very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
Give me a food.
You play 2K all the time.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts. And David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Boston Celtics. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Doherty out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Carr. Then there's Price, and it's LeBron with the small forward.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, gets that contact and finds free throws.
Cleveland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Free throw good, LeBron.
Interesting to watch LeBron James at the line through the years. Has tried many different free throw strokes. Not a bad free throw shooter by any means, but always tinkering.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Kuzma. Passes it to Russell. Here's Kuzma. Outside, Jones. Over Carr. On the basket by Jones.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Down low. Here's LeBron. Nice D from Bird.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's James. And here's Price from beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide-open teammate.
Cousy passes to Bird. Outside, Jones. Bird against LeBron. McHale outside. Three-pointer. A shot off that time. And Cleveland the other way now. Knocked loose. Pass to Carr. Launches it. Love. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, how about the positioning there, Kevin? Just waiting on that side of the rim, knowing the ball was going to ricochet right to him.
Cousy passes to Russell. Bird outside. To the middle. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Bird.
Obsessive perfection as Bird's become one of the great passers this league has ever seen.
And here's Price. Here's LeBron. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Kevin Love, great recognition as to what was happening there. Saw the floor, saw the teammate, and saw the passing opportunity.
Outside, Jones. Over Carr. Jones, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Boston making a switch here. Havlicek is checked in. Irving's checked in for Cleveland. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk earlier with Boston's head coach, and Coach did not mince words. He told his team that even though they took Game 1, they have to come out and play with even more intensity to keep their home court advantage. He said, so far we've just held serve. It's only going to get tougher from here on out. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And so it's Boston with it, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
James, no good.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Pass to Kuzi. On the wing, Burke. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Deciding to change it up. So it's the Celtics now. It's a 10-point game. Smith against Havlicek. Boston getting another chance here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about that skill set that Cowens possesses? Shoots a high clip from the field and rebounds the ball well at either big man position.
First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Irving surveying the floor. For 3. Cleveland the rebound. Here's Augustus. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Inside, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
And remember, Havlicek was a highly recruited quarterback, so you see his passing ability on that one.
Smith on the wing. Over White. Smith, no good. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Havlicek, and they cash in right away with a quick shot. Here's Irving. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Russell passes to Nance. White against Smith. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected. They retain possession. Now Pierce, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Havlicek, the pass to Pierce. Kicks it out to Garnett. Nice ball movement by Boston. Latray. Here's Cowens. Back to Garnett. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Boston making some changes. Robert Parrish is checked in for Garnett. Allen comes in for Havlicek. Rajon Rondo subbed in for White. Cleveland leading by 4. Russell with it. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for it. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cleveland ahead, up 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And so it's Boston with it, trailing by 4. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston, we've got Pierce. Allen out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Parrish, and it's Cowens in at the 4-man position. Here's Russell after Paul Pierce's score. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Harper. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Outside Pierce. Outside Rondo. The pass to Cowens. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that ties it up.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Russell against Pierce. Russell passes to Augustus. Here's Brandon. And the rejection by Parrish. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Rondo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first. Bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Here's Brandon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Augustus. Good.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense. A quick move to the bucket. And you get the lay-in.
To the inside, Parrish, and it's Parrish finishing it off.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And in the pass to Russell. Passes it to Brandon. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Parrish. And so Allen will bring it up for Boston. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside Rondo. Kicks it out to Allen. And the 3 ball is good. And now a 5-point Boston lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Free. That's in there. Love with the assist. Free's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Bird can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 3. LeBron James on the wing. Back to Price. Pass to James. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got his third basket of the night.
And you got to do better than that, or at least try. LeBron James, just too strong, and a little contact is not going to go a long way.
Count that one.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Price, the pass to Free, and finished off by LeBron.
LeBron gets behind the eyes of the defense for the highlight reel, James.
Here's Kuzi. Count that one.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
LeBron kicks to Price. And it's sent back by Russell.
Wow. Look at the extension Russell gets there. That comes from great positioning plus the quick jump with the wingspan.
Now here's Jones. Shoots over Doherty. And again, it's Boston converting.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
LeBron outside. We've got 1:13 left here in the second. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, there's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight for the Cavaliers. Smith checked in for Love. Carr comes in for Price, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Free. Free throw good, James. The Celtics with the lead. White looking around. Shot's good from Bird.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Havlicek against Carr. Outside Irving. Smith outside. Clock at 4. Pass to Carr. Here's the 3. Rebound Boston. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's White. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And here is Irving. back and fires. And the basket is good. Irving's got 5.
Kyrie loves to dance around with the ball. He seems to look through his defender at spots on the floor he wants to get to, and invariably gets there.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Celtics lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Round 1 action of the playoffs continuing on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at the Celtics, getting out to a 2-0 lead in the series would mean so much to them. And it looks like this game could go down to the wire trying to achieve that goal. This game is definitely still up for grabs, the way these two teams are battling. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Now Bird on the court for Cleveland. They've got Bryce. Doherty is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Carr. And it's James in at the 3 slot. Now here's Bird. It's a 3-point game. Brad Doherty pulls it in. Doherty's got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's James. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
The game's so quick there on the draw. You got to know he's ready to shoot as soon as he's going to catch that pass.
Here's Kuzi, guarded by Price. Pulls it up. Kuzi with the bucket. Kuzi's got 6. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Price dishes to LeBron.
I don't think anybody guards LeBron without fouling him. It's a matter of him convincing the referees it's enough contact.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for LeBron. It's a close game here in Boston. Here's Kuzi. Carr covering. Count that bucket. 8 points for him.
I tell you, Kuzi is pretty crafty down there on the block. Has that sense of how to score in traffic.
McHale against LeBron. Well, wide open look for Love. And he hits it to tie the game up. Love's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Russell, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
For the lead, here's Price. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Bird. Doherty grabs the board. Doherty's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Ilgauskas is checked in for Cleveland. Here's Kuzi. He's got 8. And McHale gets double teamed. Here's Kuzi. Covered by LeBron. And the rejection by James.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. He's in the area. You can't throw up anything lazy. That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Now, here's Price. LeBron outside. Six on the shot clock. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Whatever look down for Cleveland. Larry Nance is checked in for Love. Irving comes in for Carr. And Freeze subbed in for Mark Price. Oh, Nance in position. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist from Havlicek. Rondo's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston. Irving against Havlicek. Outside Irving. Lets it fly. Doesn't go that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. It's Pierce on the wing. And another basket for Boston.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
LeBron outside. Called for run. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, there's just no guarding LeBron James when this shot looks this comfortable. That's 3 more.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Boston. Rondo against Irving. It's Pierce on the wing. Pulls up. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. James, the pass to Free. Over Rondo. Free can't get it to go. Boston leading by 6. Here's Pierce. And James pulls it down. Cleveland with the ball. 1:10 left to play here in the third. Irving's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Puts it up, and Pierce finishes inside. And now an 8-point Boston lead.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the paint. And James with the basket on the assist by Irving. James has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Havlicek outside. Garnett. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Cleveland. 8-point game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it's on John Havlicek.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. The tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Shooting 2. The first free throw is good. Some changes for Boston. Allen comes in for Parrish, and it's wide in for Rajon Rondo. Cleveland also making some changes. Doherty's checked in for James. Smith comes in for Nance, and it's Harper in for Free. Both free throws good for Irving.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside, White. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Allen for 3. Here's Garnett. And he uses the glass on the layup. Garnett's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Celtics out in front, up 8. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
They said second to 10. They said second to 10.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. But you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. We've got Garnett. White is out there with Allen. Then there's Havlicek. And it's Russell. And it's a 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. Celtics leading by 8. Down low. It's stolen. Harper against White. Harper the pass to Irving. Banked in off the glass.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Smith against Havlicek. Plays it up and banks it in. Havlicek's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Celtics.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Irving up top, defended by Allen. The feed to Harper. And stolen by White. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
That's good from Havlicek. Another look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Ilgauskas. And it's Price in for Ron Harper. All free throws good from Havlicek. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Irving passes to Love. Doesn't get a good drop for him. Nice D from Russell.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. That'll put Larry Bird on the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving, and Cleveland making a change here. Carr's checked in. Throw good, Bird.
Yeah, in every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. And folks, that's Larry Bird.
Now here is Smith to stop the run. Kicks it to Doherty. Back to Smith. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bird. Here's Cousy. Finished off the break. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing. And also,
this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
He gets it in there. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Cousy passes to Bird. Over Smith. And again, it's Boston converted.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Carr against Havlicek. And there's the pass to Carr. Offline with his three.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Bird. He gets that one. Bird's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Smith surveying the D. Shoots over Bird. Smith kicks to Price. That misses off the back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Bird, the pass to Havlicek. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Bird's got his third assist on the night. The Cavaliers trail by 20. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Smith. Here's Love. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You got to try and do a little bit better against Love. His focus, that time, remarkable. Even with the contact, he ends up scoring the basketball.
Jones checked in for Havlicek. And Cleveland also making a change. James is checked in. That free throw good from Love.
You think about post players in the league with who you can run an offense through, and because of Kevin Love's incredible passing ability and vision, he might be at the top of the list as somebody you could play through.
Here's Cousy. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Price with the ball. LeBron James on the wing. Lobbed up there for Love. It's stolen by McHale. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Here's Cousy. With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Cousy's got 4 points in the quarter.
You're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
At the line, they have LeBron James. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. That's off as well, so he misses both. Celtics on offense. They're on an 18-5 run. Bird kicks to Jones. Outside, Russell. Here's Bird. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Now, here's Price. Passes to LeBron. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Nice D from Bird. And here's Jones. Pass to Cousy. The offensive rebound. Here's McHale. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 21.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Love. Pass to James. 6 to shoot. That one goes. Count it.
Uh-oh. It's one of those nights for LeBron James, just setting the place on fire right now.
And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Now Bird. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. Well, that'll do it for now. You can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. we've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Portland Trailblazers. And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. West is out there with Bryant. Then it's Kareem. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Baylor in at the small forward position. Now here's Walton. Pocket 6. There's the pass to Kersey. Here's Lillard. All shot missing. West with some nice D. Elgin Baylor on the wing. Goes up the baseline. Lucas with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
They get it again. And Walton runs it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Lillard surveying the D. Good work defensively by Baylor.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Bryant, the shot's good on the assist by West.
Hey, how about that high release Bryant has? Really helps him inside when the D there is attempting to smother him.
Drexler dishes to Lillard. Pass to Kersey. Over West. Kersey, good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Shot from the top of the key. Again, Los Angeles.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Outside Bryant. Over Kersey. Again, Los Angeles.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. To the middle. Drexler's shot is off.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass to West. Dishes it to Kobe. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Kersey. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Bryant. He has 6. And here's West on the arc. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I mean, that's what I call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment. Money.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Los Angeles' head coach gave me a few minutes, and he was clearly feeling good coming out of the locker room. They were very composed all through their Game 1 upset. He's hoping for more of the same tonight. He told me, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm going to get ahead of myself. If we go home with a 2-0 lead, we're going to be real tough to beat. Say so, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. runs out. He's guarded by Johnson. Back to Porter. It's tipped. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And that one drops for him.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Porter passes to Vandeweghe. Here's Aldridge. That one, no good. Gasol with the defensive effort. Lakers leading by 5. To the inside, Chamberlain. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game right now. Free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. 1:51 left in the first. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Roy kicks to Porter. Shoots. He spurs up and sinks it. Now here's Johnson. Passes it to Worthy. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 on the clock. Johnson, that's for 2. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Porter. The shot's good. Roy making the play. Porter's got his second bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Johnson gets to Gasol. Back to Johnson. Over Roy. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Trailblazers trail by 4. Johnson with the block. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Great D that time from Roy. And here's Portland. Porter looking it over. The pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Chamberlain. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The 3 from Johnson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Lakers leading by 4. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Sabonis. Roy out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Vandeweghe in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Johnson. Can't get it to fall. And so here's Portland. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Scott the pass to Johnson. Now here's Worthy. And there's the feed to Scott. And it's Portland with the rebound. Roy's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right wing. Shot's good from Petrie. Petrie's got the first basket of the second quarter for Portland.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Scott kicks to Johnson. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Here's Scott. Brandon Roy making his last shot. The 11-footer and Magic Johnson the bucket on the assist by Scott. And that's now 6 points for Johnson.
Boy, that's the type of shot they'd like to get on every single possession.
Here's Petrie. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Johnson. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Here's Petrie. The Lakers with the rebound.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Changes here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Walton. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Bryant passes to O'Neal. Misses from short range. Trailblazers trail by 4. Inside, Percy. And that one is hammered home.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
West against Lillard. It's West with the drive. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That's going to send Jerry West to the line. It's on Damian Lillard. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Baylor, he's checked in for the Lakers.
This man brings to the game. The focus, the resolve, a winner's mindset. I mean, there's a reason why they call him the logo.
Now here's Drexler. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jackson against Bryant. Shot clock at 5. To the left side wing. 3-pointer, Lillard. Unable to get that one. West with some nice D. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Lillard against West. Offensive rebound. And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. And once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Here's Paxson. He kicks it to Walton. Lillard outside. Shoots. That shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And Shaq with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Kersey's got 4 this quarter.
And while only 6'7", Kersey is a master at timing his jump. Excellent footwork right there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Bryant. 6 points for him. Down low. Here's O'Neal. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
West against Lillard. Three-pointer. Walton, great positioning on the putback. And now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Kobe. And shoot again. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Bryant's got 8 points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Pass to Lillard. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by O'Neal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. West. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists tonight.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now here's Lillard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Brigitte Smith. The NBA playoffs are happening, and we're happy to have you here for the halftime show. Looking at the Lakers, they followed up their win in Game 1 with a solid performance here in the first half tonight. If they can hold on and win this game, they could go into Game 3 with very little pressure on themselves. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times they kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese. And that was just...
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody. With Kevin Harlan.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Jerry West really has his fingerprints all over this one.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Bryant. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Baylor. Then there's West, and it's O'Neal in at the 5, roaming the paint. West outside. From deep. They get it back, and the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Lillard against Baylor. And here's Curson. He's got 8. Pass to Lucas. Three-pointer, Lillard. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Baylor.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Drexler following the bucket by the Lakers. Lillard outside. From deep. The Lakers with the rebound. Shaq's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
And the pass to Lucas. The dish to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Drexler. Shoots the 3. Traps in the tray. Drexler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Both teams will make substitutions. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Johnson finds Scott. The shot from 20 feet away. Sabonis grabs the board. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 10-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on James Worthy. Portland shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Johnson right side. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Johnson's gotten half of his 10 shots to fall. 5 makes from the field so far. Now, here's Aldridge. No points in the game hit for him. Here's Vandeweghe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. That one misses.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
Pass to Worthy. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Gasol deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. Johnson outside. Fires the 3. Portland grabs the miss. As their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Roy's gone 1 of 3 on the night. To the middle. And Chamberlain with the stop.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Now here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Roy, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Porter's checked in. And both free throws good for Roy. Los Angeles leading by 10. Johnson outside. Back to Goodrich. 5 to shoot. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Goodrich has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
The try. Oh,
Hard not to be a fan of the way Worthy plays. You see the quickness and agility there on the drive.
At the tip. 1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. Johnson, the pass to Mikan. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Worthy.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backcourt.
Wilkes, no good. Trailblazers trail by 15. Outside, Porter passes it to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aldridge. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Los Angeles leading by 15. Goodrich kicks it to West. The Lakers rebound. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense.
Oh, he nailed it.
Wow. And it counts. And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
NBA playoffs, round one. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Walton is out there with Lucas. Then there's Paxson. Then there's Drexler. And it's Petrie in at the one. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Six on the shot clock. Whistle blows, but that's going to be a travel.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. And the Lakers also making a switch. Baylor's checked in. Bryant dishes to West. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by O'Neal.
How about the reach of O'Neal there? A huge target for his teammates on these alley-oops.
Kicks it to Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell, and that's 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's West. The rebound by Walton. Walton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Lucas. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And that one misses. This is checked in for the Trailblazers. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half. Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Free throw good from Baylor.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Hope they get it there. Here's Lucas. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Bryant against Drexler. Kobe passes to West. Here's Kobe, and Bryant slams it in.
Yeah, love seeing Bryant just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
Lillard against West. Lillard, the pass to Walton. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The pass to Kersey. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow!
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's West. A rebound by Walton. Walton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the dunk by Drexler.
A high flyer, yet it's seemingly effortless in terms of how he just swoops in to the basket. Clyde the glide in full effect.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Player of the game, Kobe Bryant.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And Greg, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach talk to his team. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Drexler passes to Walton. There's the lob to Lillard.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kobe. Kersey grabs the ball. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Lillard from the arc. That shot no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Shaq. That's it. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Johnson against Lillard. Johnson with the block. Kobe kicks to Johnson. Second shot opportunity. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Lucas. Now Kersey. Lillard with it. Johnson with the block. Now, here's Baylor. Here's Shaq. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, you look up at the scoreboard, the time remaining, this game is effectively over.
Well, you have to appreciate the hard work that went into the building this lead. They have been terrific all night.
Drexler, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. The lead is 15. To the inside, Abdul-Jabbar. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. And it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's Goodrich. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now break 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We got the Utah Jazz facing the Houston Rockets. Tip-off goes to Houston. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, John Stockton out there with Maravich. And there's Malone. And it's Dantley in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Malone. And that one, good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
And he recovers it. Harden right side. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden, so much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Maravich the pass to Malone. Stockton outside to the paint. Here's Heaton. Offensive rebound. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Well, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
about a minute and a half through the first quarter. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Maravich. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Down low. Malone, no what?
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here is Maravich. From about 19 feet, and that one goes long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hakeem Olajuwon, a transcendent talent. Late to the game, but my, oh my, what a beast of a big man. He's certainly a guy you can build a team around. Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And first time out of the game called for Utah.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They could use a bucket.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Malone can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Here's Tomjanovich. Kicks it out to Harden. Shoots over Maravich. Harden can't hit. Jazz trail by 5. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did catch up with Utah's head coach, and he was clearly feeling good coming into the locker room. They were very composed all through their Game 1 upset. And he's hoping for more of the same tonight. He told me, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm going to get ahead of myself. If we go home with a 2-0 lead, we're going to be real tough to beat. Say so, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Yep, it counts.
You know, Stockton is really clever when it comes to scoring inside. Not the biggest guy, but he finds a way to get the job done.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Whole new 5 on the floor. Smith feeling it out a bit. McGrady kicks to Drexler. Pass to Yao. 5 on the clock. And Yao slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, you got to keep Yao Ming out of the thing. Guy is just too big and too strong and has too good a touch to let him catch it that close.
Here's Griffith. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. That shot off. Good work defensively by Yao.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Mitchell passes to Hayward. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. And shot on the way. Utah gets it back. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 15-6 run. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball in. And so it's Houston with it. And stolen by Hayward. And he banks in the layup.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Drexler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Drexler.
Drexler got the nickname Clyde the Glide for reasons on display there. Loves to jam it home.
Hayward against Drexler. Here is Hayward. From deep. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Jazz trail by 9. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Gobert. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Andre Kirilenko. And it's Bailey in at the 3 spot. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Now here's Paul. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's McGrady. Drains it from beyond the arc. McGrady's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Kirilenko. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you gotta love the all-around game Kirilenko has. He's terrific at both ends, and he can play at any pace, makes an impact all over the floor.
Checked in for Houston. And a switcher also for Utah. Boozer, he's checked in for Gobert. And both free throws good for Kirilenko.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And Drexler throws it down hard.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Here's Bailey. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Lets a floater go. In deep, Drexler drops it in. Drexler's got 4 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
You know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And Utah making a change here. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Francis. They grab their own miss. Jazz trail by 11. Maravich dishes to Stockton. Olajuwon with the block. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Drexler. And Hayes throws it down. Hayes has got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
Hard work on the offensive glass, paying off with the second chance points there for Hayes. If he's got a shot at the rebound, he's not going to let anybody else take it away.
It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And Harden wide open, he shoots. Rebounded by Bailey.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Maravich. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Olajuwon can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here is Harden, following the basket by Pete Maravich. Harden the pass to Hayes.
And Hayes is simply a double-double machine. An impressive big man who dominates on both ends of the floor.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
That free throw, no good. Both teams changing it up here. Up missing both free throws. Jazz trail by 11. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. Now the pass to Tomjanovich. There's the lob to the hoop, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Utah calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Stockton outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
The Jazz have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw good, Stockton. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's Francis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Harden sinks the three-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Harden is an elite shooter. Somebody who thrives at overcoming whatever the defense throws at him. He likes that chess match, and he usually comes out on top. He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Passes it to Olajuwon. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. He doesn't hit that one.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here is Harden after the basket by Utah. Here's Tomjanovich. Pass to Harden. Here's Francis. A three ball. A shot missing. Stockton with the defensive effort. And Utah again with the bucket. Houston leading by 8. Here's Francis. He kicks it to Harden. No good from outside.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now here's Stockton. He's got 6, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Jazz shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And if I had to think of one word to describe Dantley, it would be prolific. AD doesn't have weeks where he averages 30 a game. How about he does it for seasons? Just a scoring machine.
Here is Hayward. From outside the arc, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Houston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, we hope you've enjoyed the first half. I'm Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Taking a look at the Rockets, after falling into a 1-0 hole to start the series, they look to be getting back on the right track here tonight. And it's crucial that they do hold on to this halftime lead, because falling behind 2-0 would leave them with a very steep building block. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
To me, they look out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Jazz trail by 7. They've got Olajuwon. He's out there with Moses Malone, and it's Murphy in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And Stockton almost impossible to guard in the pick and roll. When he gets a little daylight, he is always ready to pull the trigger.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Tomjanovich. Pass to Malone. The turnaround. And Maravich pulls it down. Malone's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Stockton kicks to Maravich. The pass to Malone. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Malone's got his first bucket of the night.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Tomjanovich. Here with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Tomjanovich. Misses the 3. Jazz trail by 3. Badly the pass to Maravich. Murphy with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. And there's the lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now here's Stockton. He's got 8. Over Murphy. Malone trying to break free. A shot by Stockton, no good. And he's going up for the alley-oop. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And it's a 7-point Houston lead.
My goodness. Say that. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Utah calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Evening. I received a missed call from this number.
What is the name?
Angeline Ramos.
You gave any example like that?
Yeah. This is the Dera City Center?
Yeah, Dera City Center.
Okay. I see. Until when can I pick up the item?
Sorry?
When can I pick up the item?
Pass to Griffin.
Okay. I'll just pick up maybe tomorrow. I think the JBL.
Outside cruiser.
Is it repaired or replacement? New. Okay. I will just go there maybe tomorrow or the after tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Back to Boozer. And the officials call a traveling violation. Wilson making some changes. Now comes in for Elijah Wan. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for James Harden. Rockets leading by 7. Malone right side. Over Boozer. Malone misses.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And there's the pass to Robinson. Over Yao. And that one, it's back on.
Replacement daw, bago. Replacement daw, bago.
Drexler outside.
Hindi, may kanin kasi dibdib. May kanin ka sa dibdib.
Back to Drexler. Shot clock at 5. Houston needs to get a shot. From deep three-point range, Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kirilenko. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Drexler against Kirilenko. Drexler drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Drexler's got 8.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Griffith passes to Boozer. Here's Griffith. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Stockton. Let's go. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that.
Rockets leading by 5. Drexler outside. And finished off by Drexler.
A high flyer, yet it's seemingly effortless in terms of how he just scoops in to the basket. The glide in full effect.
Utah calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Nasira yung sa gusto ko kapag nabibenta. Ikaw din yung nabenta na, so kami ni Kuya. Mas trabaho sa kanya. Ang magawa sa kanya. Nabili ka nila sa kayo. Sira ang ano, di ba?
We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Now Hayward. Mitchell outside. Fires from deep. That shot off. And it's Paul with the ball for the Houston Rockets. And he dunks it down.
And I like seeing McGrady rise up for the dunk. Has amazing leaping ability and good reach too. He makes it look easy.
Hayward passes to Gobert. Hayward outside. Pass to Mitchell. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
The dish to Mitchell. 14 feet away. Rockets with the rebound. Yow's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires at the elbow. Ball can't get it to go. Mitchell against Paul. Mitchell passes to Bailey. No good that time. And so it's Houston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Jazz. Malone is out there with Gobert, and it's Hayward. Then there's Maravich, and it's Dantley in at the small forward.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now, here is Maravich. Here's Gobert. Simpson pulls it in.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
They get a bet. Here's McGrady. Gobert with the block. Hayward looking over the floor. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Buried from 15 feet out.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Drexler outside. A floater. Here's Simpson. Nice work on the board. Staying off with the basket.
Yeah, almost impossible to keep Sampson off the boards, and even harder to prevent the putback. It's just not his size. It's his nose to the basketball alone with tremendous quickness.
Now, here is Maravich. For three, Hayward. Simpson pulls it in. Simpson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Maravich against Smith. Pass to Drexler. Lets it go from deep. Houston with a new 14. Yao, that's good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those look for a line almost automatic.
Now, here is Maravich. He gets to Hayward. Over McGrady. Again, the miss by Hayward. Rockets leading by 10. Smith the pass to Yao. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 8 points for Yao.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's McGrady. Gobert with the block. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Bentley the pass to Maravich. Here we go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Bentley.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Now, here is Maravich. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. To the inside, Harden. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 12.
And you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to follow.
Kept alive. Here's Malone. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
First free throw is good.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible. And that jump shot is wet.
And both free throws good for Malone. And here's Harden. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees the lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
Maravich against Harden. Got it, and the Houston losers cut down to 10 on the bucket from Pete Maravich.
Pitch works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Harden on the wing. Maravich defending. Here's the teardrop. And Harden with the lane. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Yet another hard shot that Harden makes look easy. Amazing at making the floating jump.
From 18 feet away. No good for Maravich. And so it's Houston with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Harden inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by Harden. Jazz trail by 12. High, arcing shot.
How about the push there by Malone to get up and defer that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
The pass to Harden. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
Now here's Stockton. Feeds it to Malone. Pass to Maravich. And here's Stockton. No good that time. Good D by Olajuwon. 1 second difference between shot clock and game time. Here's Harden. Yep, that one goes in there.
And it's just competing. I mean, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Stockton passes to Dantley. They need this. But they recover. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at 1 game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony.